What up, y'all? Polo Sports Talk and ENT, and also Polo Sports News Plus. Here again with another one. Hit that like, hit that sub, and also comment as well, and hit the notification. Look, man, I'm gonna get right into it, man. I'm not gonna cut around no corners, beat around no bush. I don't feel that Chris Paul or CP3, whatever you want to call him, going to New York is. I don't think it's a good idea, and I also don't think it's a bad idea. And let me explain why, okay? Look, man, you just now possibly 4 games away from winning the chip, right? I could understand if it was like football. A lot of you see that a lot in football, coming off of a championship year, and y'all winning and everything, and of course guys are gonna want their money, and he may very well, because from what I understand, the New York Knicks, they have 70 million in cap space. So they got the bread to pay Chris Paul, and of course he rightfully deserves a payday. But I'm looking at it from a personnel standpoint and them actually growing. I don't think that it would be a wise decision on Chris Paul to go ahead and up and leave, and then y'all got established chemistry. If y'all happen to do win a championship, you could you could stay there, possibly win another one. Y'all be a year stronger, a year more established. You'll be kings of the West so far. A lot of other teams, they were without injuries this year. So we have to see how that plays out. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. Now it could be a great idea if he goes there, and it's a risk reward to everything that you take. So you going to New York, playing in the Mecca, and turning the franchise possibly around. That can be the reward. And then if y'all go to the championship, which I don't I don't see it happening like right away. I still think New York has a ways to go, but they're definitely hitting the ground running because they're trying to make some moves themselves. Indiana trying to make moves, New York trying to make moves. Uh, those are the only ones that I can think of right off the top of my head. I mean, of course, we're trying to make moves too because we're trying to land Ben Simmons somewhere. But I don't want I don't want Chris Paul to go there. Then of course he's got an injury history. Regardless of how successful he's been this year, and how successful of an NBA player that he is, he still is a year older. I think he'll be 37, if I'm not mistaken. He'll be 37, 38 years old. He's still a great player for his age. But that's the thing. Once he gets hurt, if he gets hurt again, how bad will it be this time? But we don't. I don't want to put that energy out there in the universe or in the surface or anything. But we have to look at the realistic side of everything. Um, for Phoenix, it would be a, a great loss. Now I'm pretty sure that Phoenix. Shout out to Hitman X too. I'm pretty sure he's thinking this in the back of his mind too. Like what are you gonna do for the long term? What is going to be your future? Yes, I know you have Cameron Payne uh, in your backcourt as your backup, which and he's been playing good. Cameron Payne for everything that he's been dealt with. including the slight little ankle injury and Chris Paul going out and everything. He's held his own. As True Raw for TV calls him, old Marty Marr. He has held his own. But at the same token, I'm pretty sure they want to land a guy who is probably already established as a guard has made his presence felt, or are they going to go ahead and continue with Cameron Payne and use him as the main floor general? But either way, you're losing him. You're losing CP3. Uh, and I don't know, man. If I'm Chris Paul, I'm staying. I'm staying. You about to go on a high. Go when everything's hot. Y'all may repeat. Some people think that it's probably out of the question, but you never know. Stranger things have happened, and I don't sit here. I'm not one to sit here and doubt Phoenix because I picked Phoenix. I kept telling a lot of people. I said, be careful about Phoenix. Watch out for Phoenix. As to Hitman X, he said it too. Because I really had to look at what these guys were doing, and then when they beat us, I really knew that they were a serious team. So Chris Paul, going to New York. Look, you're gonna go to New York. It's gonna be a change of weather, change of environment. It's gonna be a totally different philosophy when you talk about Thibodeau in comparison to Monty Williams, which Thibodeau he won the Coach of the Year. Monty Williams should have won Coach of the Year, as well as a couple others like Quinn Snyder and Nate McMillan to a degree, because Nate McMillan had to turn around the organization where they were at and everything. But this is all I'm saying, man. Go, stay where it's hot, man. Stay out there. Not hot in terms of weather or climate, but I'm saying in terms of the heat of the moment. Y'all are about to go into a championship, the finals, and the organization hadn't been to the finals in nearly 3 decades. They haven't been there since 1993. And then even before that, they didn't get there until 1976. I'm talking about the Phoenix Suns. And I know New York is starving for a championship because they haven't been to the finals in a while. They haven't been to a conference final in quite some time. And definitely haven't won a championship in a while. So I could see that. Okay, you go there, you'll go with two different franchises. You win a ring. You'll be probably one of the only ones to be that main player to take two different franchises that haven't been to the promised land. Phoenix, they haven't won a championship, and then you win a championship with them. Then you get one with New York, and you win a championship with them. Then that would be great. But like I said, we got to look at the risk factor. You go out there, and what if things don't work out? Man, you're talking about young guys that you're going to be playing with. I know Phoenix had young guys too, but Devin Booker is emerging as a superstar, and Aiden is too. Aiden is emerging as a superstar too as well. We can't forget about Aiden. I mean, Aiden, despite what some people may think, Aiden is emerging as a premier big man in this league. When you're shooting, when you have a field goal percentage that's over the 60s, that's 62.2%, and that's in the playoffs, and you're averaging double digit in rebounds, and you're getting a couple of blocks, and of course double figures in points. I mean, come on, man. You got to look at what you got. You got to look at what the bigger picture. You can stay in Phoenix and possibly have a shot year after year. New York, we don't know what could happen. You might get out there, CP3, be uncomfortable with the coaching philosophy, be uncomfortable with the personnel, Y'all might have friction because let's just call it what it is. CP3 isn't the easiest guy to get along with. He's not the easiest guy to get along with. I'm gonna drop a link too for y'all. So if you want to come in and flex your opinion, just let me know. But it's bad and good in this situation. I'm not. Of course, I would never root. I would never root for a guy like CP3 to fail. Not at all. But you want to stay. You want to continue to try and keep winning championships. Kind of like I'm trying to think. Like when Robert Horry when he went to the Spurs. Okay, now I'm not comparing the player Robert Horry to CP3. I think a lot of people they whenever I throw a name out there, everybody goes haywire. They'll be like, "Oh, well, so you're saying CP3 is like Robert Horry?" No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is though is look at the situation. Robert Horry was a couple years older when he went to San Antonio, and he was a main piece over there in L.A. and a main piece in Houston. Went over to San Antonio, and they won. They didn't repeat, but they would come back and then they win again, and you would think, okay, well, man, it messed up. It could be like a situation like that. The same thing with Phoenix. You might not win next year, but then that very next year you might come back and you might win. But I know he's trying to get he's trying to win now. He's trying to get chips now, which I understand, and I'm not mad at that. And at the same token, I know he's trying to get his money though too. So from a money standpoint, it might look very good. It might be awesome. Hold on, y'all.